welcome back, GK. Yo. Hi, YouTube, so hard, I tell you. Like, this is just bad. Okay, we're gonna try it again. We're gonna try this again. Okay. Welcome back, G-Gang. Thank you for joining me yet again. For the ones that just joined, welcome. For the ones that are coming back to my channel, welcome back, okay? So today we're I can't really say we're recreating this because I'm actually just showing you how I did the eye look because I just created this. So it's stupid for me to actually say I'm recreating this, but I'm going to show you guys how I created this eye look. I know a lot of people liked, comment, and shared this look, and a lot of people told me they wanted to see how I did this, pulled this off, what colors I use, palettes and stuff like that. One thing I'm going to tell you guys is that you don't have to use the exact same palettes, the exact same brushes I'm using. You don't. Whatever works for you to pull off that kind of maneuver or whatever I'm trying to do, as long as you can pull it off with whatever brush you have, then do it. You know, because honestly, I buy my stuff off of Amazon, mostly my brushes, so I don't really have a name for every brush, and I'm not gonna do that stuff, okay? So what we're gonna do first is prime our faces. Please don't cover my face. I know my face is fighting World War II, and I always tell you guys this. But one thing I would tell you guys is to always get a good face primer. This is the best that I could do. This is e.l.f. The face primer, hydrating. I do love this. I think this is the only thing that works for my skin. So far, the wrists have always made me feel so funny, and my face always oiled up very fast, okay? So the first thing we're gonna do is apply a primer. Well, this primer, you don't really have to put on a lot. Just by rubbing it in, you can literally like, I know. It feels so good. The next thing we're gonna do is eyebrows, okay? Okay, face, eyebrows done. As per usual. Today I will only be using one palette because all my colors will be in this palette. There's some steps that you really don't need to do in my personal opinion, like always having to add like that neutral color above. It also depends what you're doing. That basically depends on your eye look, okay? Because I see a lot of people, I mean, if it works for you, it works for you. For me personally, it doesn't. And it might work for you if you do apply a neutral color on your base after priming your eye, because I just, my eyelid creases so much. But anyway, we won't get into that, okay? I have a set of brushes over here, okay? My brushes don't have names. Let's start there, because I know there's a lot of people that would ask me, as they usually do on my Instagram, what brush did you use, baby? I don't know, okay? Angled brushes, small angled brushes, okay? Like this one, okay, I need to teach you guys something. I don't know what I did, but I don't want you guys to do this because it will mess up your brushes. But I did something, I'll remember, and then the stuff started coming up. But anyway, angled brushes like this. Okay, are you gonna zoom in? Is my brush dirty? Oh, it's color, whatever. But yeah, angled brushes like this. It's not dirty, please, guys. This is just powder, like nude colors. This angled brushes like this, those ones are nice for like in your crease when you're trying to like put a darker color, just so it doesn't go all over the place. I like to control where I put my colors because I hate wiping, okay? I really do hate wiping. Today we're going to be using the Beauty Glazed Color Fusion palette. I got this from Amazon. Let's start there. I got this from Amazon. I'm not even gonna go for, I just feel Amazon has so much things that I can use personally, okay? So we're gonna do this green look. I recently only started gaining confidence when it comes to pigmented color eye looks. I really did not like doing it because I just felt like, what if I don't do it right? You understand what I mean? But anyway, I don't want to get into that. I talk a lot, you guys know. Today I will be using this green shade. I won't be using that one for real, but there's a white one, I think, that is not in this palette that I will be using in the beginning of my my cut crease. That I'll show you as where I'm getting that from. But I will be using this 3, okay, and that one also. Those are the colors I'll be using, and I'll be using this brush. Okay, listen, let's start here. I don't know what happened. I used this brush with this liquid thing that was purple, and ever since that I've been washing my brush, it don't want to come off. Like the purple stained, plus this part was white. So yeah, so please don't think I'm using like color on top of color. I'm not that nasty. But anyway, this brush is what I'm gonna be using, and we're gonna start out by above my crease, because you guys can see where my crease is. Okay, that is where the darker color comes. Now that's not where I'm going to start. This is before I cut my crease, I put a color on top. Okay, and I'm also gonna lift up my crease a little bit just so that the whole look can come out, can show, you know, because I have a really big eyelid space but a really small crease, and I hate it, but oh well. So first off, we're gonna start with this light green color. Okay, and we're gonna put this all over my eyelid. Not really all over, but just, you know, I don't really like going very close to the eyebrow, underneath the eyebrow, but oh well, if that works for you, it works for you. So I do tap on the color, and I kind of, you know, just dust it off because I don't like too much. I feel smaller when you go in with a smaller amount of color. You can control the amount of color you put on, instead of putting so much and then you have to wipe. It becomes messy. So, and I really struggle to do my eyebrows because I just pasted my wig real off, if you guys can see. Like, let's not even start there. Okay, I'm already frustrated, but anyway, I don't even have a mirror. Wait, okay, let's start. So we took the green, okay, and now we're going to put that all over the crease, the eyelid, I mean, sorry. You see that small buildup? That's how I like it. Like, go in with okay, anything my lighting is gonna do is disappoint me. That's why I'm frustrated. Like, why would you just go off in the middle of this important session? This is so stupid. Okay, let's come. You know what? Today I just feel like the devil is busy with me. This means I'm gonna create really good content. Trust me on this one. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with more color. You're gonna see me build up the color around my crease, my eyelid, right around there. So you see how that color. I don't really like to go too close to my brow because, yeah, it's just not a thing for me. Okay, this is just me blending out this light green before I go in with the darker one in my crease. Also, I think the reason why I don't really like to go too close to it is because once I'm trying to like blend it out, it's just gonna be, there's no space in between. You understand what I mean? I literally just went in what I was trying to avoid, but anyway, it's fixable. Might even be something I wouldn't wipe off. But anyway, this is the first time I'm literally filming this. Like, I'm filming this. But man, I'll explain at the end. I'll explain. But this is what you want to do, okay? You want to blend that color. You don't want it to really look like it's just sitting on there. And this is a trust the process situation. This is literally a trust the process situation, okay? You need to trust the process with this one. Trust the process. Trust the process, because my looks don't come out nasty. So why wouldn't you just trust the process? And like I said, for me, I'm kind of, let me say I'm experienced, but for the beginners whatsoever, just even if you're not a beginner and you're watching this, I would say go in with little color, okay? Little amounts of color, just so that you can have enough space to blend out. Like, why is my dog acting like this? But anyway, I look so crazy. Like, why? But anyway, this is what we do. This is what we do. This is what we love. Stuff has to go left before it goes right. Okay? This is what we do. This is what we do. Okay? Don't worry about going over, because that's something you're just gonna clean up. Okay? So you wanna put that green all over your eyelid. And then literally take a bigger brush that's clean. You see how white it was? That was what happened. It just, I don't know what I did. And then you're just gonna go in the edges of that green and you're just going to blend it out. It's going to pick up a product, right? Don't pick up product. It's going to literally reduce the amount of product where you're trying to blend, just so it gives you that faded effect, you know, especially when you're taking pictures and stuff. And when it comes to pictures, I'm not yet really, I don't really have a lot of knowledge when it comes to using my cameras, so you guys need to really be patient with me when it comes to taking very professional pictures. So the next thing we're gonna do is, we did this light green. The next thing man, give me a chance. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go in with this green. It's darker. Yes, it's darker. That's for your crease, okay? We're gonna take these two colors, tap on both of them. Not too much, okay? Not too much. We don't want the line to literally look black. We still want the green to stand out by the crease, okay? So that's what we're gonna do. And when I say your crease, I mean your crease, okay? Literally your crease. That's where you want to put that color, okay? And I'm going in with a smaller brush I showed you in the beginning of the video. That's what I'm literally doing. I'm going in with a smaller one and I'm going in right on my crease, because that's where I'm going to cut my crease. That's where I'm going to literally cut it. So I would really want it to pop, because I'm trying to do a lifted eye cut crease, because my cut crease is so small and I hate it. Like I said, I really do hate it. You're gonna keep adding color until you find the consistency that you like. Until you find the consistency that you like. And one reason why I always repeat and tell you guys that don't always add too much color in the beginning, like go section by section, small amounts, is because, especially when it comes to pigmented colors, if you make a mistake, you just have to wipe it all off, okay? Because it's gonna look messy. The color is gonna stain. It's gonna look real messy. You wouldn't like that either, okay? So I'm literally adding more color to my crease. I know it looks crazy because once I cut my crease, I want that green line to literally trace on top of that cut crease. That is what I want. That is what I want, literally. And I know it's so funny, but I'm gonna take this one, and on top of that, I'm just gonna blend out the edges a little bit with the lighter green. Literally just on top of it, okay? If you need to slow down this video to see what I'm doing, do that, okay? Because once the pictures come out, it's gonna be more visible to see. And also the pictures, you can find the pictures on my Instagram business page, which is Glammed by Solid Gold. I feel so Caribbean mixing these colors. Feels very much Caribbean. One thing when it comes to my lighting, it will just disappoint me. But yeah, that's what I'm trying to kind of get. You see how it is dark and then the lighter one right on top of it? That's what I'm trying to get. It's so funny how everything looks crazy right now, but then makes so much sense at the end. Like, wow, okay. So now we're going to cut this crease, okay? We're going to cut this crease and put these colors together because I cannot wait for the finished product. We're almost done. What you're gonna need for your cut crease is your angled concealer brush. This is, I love this brush. Like, I would die without this brush. It's my Morphe brush. I don't know what store exactly I bought it at, but yeah, you, as long as you know the name, you'll be able to find it. And plus, the brushes I buy from Amazon do come with a similar angled brush, and honestly, the brand does not really, it don't play a role for me. There's no hype behind the brand or anything, you know. I just bought it anyway because I just buy what I like, okay? And this is the brush I'm gonna be using. It's an angled brush, okay? I don't know why my lighting is making everything look so funny, but I know this has concealer on it. Look, because I just used it for my eyebrows. So this brush and then this concealer. I'm not using the other brands, but this is also one brand I do recommend when it comes to concealer. This brand. The NK Makeup A Perfection Multi Concealer. It's super coverage. I've used this on my skin as foundation just to test out something, and it actually just worked for me. Like, it worked. This concealer is the one that I'll be using to cut my crease. It's the Pro Touch Kiss New York. I love this with my life. Like, I love this with my life. I know it's probably not really my shade. It's kind of my shade, I guess, but oh well. Just use something that's your shade, I tell you. Not your shade, way lighter. The one that you use to prime your eyelids is the one you should use to. The same shade that you should use to cut your eyelid, your cut crease. Oh my god, why am I so upside down today? But I'm gonna be looking in my mirror. I'm gonna bring you guys a little bit closer into my personal space so you guys can count my pimples. But anyway, we're going to do this together, okay? In this process, oh my god, guys, excuse me, but this video is something I'll just upload it. I don't even care what mistakes you guys see in this video because I'm gonna fix it before I do film the whole final look. But anyway, this is the part where you need to go in very slow, okay? Because once you mess up with concealer, because this is a corrector, okay? It's a corrector. So do go in very slow, okay? If you have to slow down this video, then please do it, because I kind of go a little bit faster because I'm used to this, okay? And you kind of get used to doing this because it's your crease at the end of the day. You feel me? So yeah, this is what you do. I recommend that most of you start at the beginning of your eye, the beginning of the inner corner of your eye, going all the way out, okay? That's what I recommend. So let's actually just start there to make things easier. Oh my god, my ear. Okay. Oh my god, my ear. One thing I will say with the cut crease is don't use too much product, okay? Regardless with anything, don't use too much product. Don't use too much product so you can make easy corrections, okay? Ooh, enough space. I have enough eyelid space. That's good. You see how I just enlarged my crease? It's just to slightly draw beyond it, above it. So what you want to do is make sure that you do prime this part of your eye. Do make sure to prime that part that you just concealed, because it's going to crease. Do expect it to crease. It's going to crease if you also wait out too long before you prime it. You set it with powder. Okay, so you see how it looks? You see how the darker part is literally just beaming out of this crease? That's what you want to have. That is what you want to have. Literally allow the concealer to dry, just so it's easier to pat it in, okay? Because if you want to put on all the colors and stuff while everything is wet, you are going to have a messy makeup. Messy makeup. So that's how you have to be looking, okay? This is how you have to look. Now we're going to go in with the setting powder, okay? So as my setting powder, I'm going to be using the HD Flawless powder. It's a translucent powder, and you guys know that I love this powder with my life in back. I just basically set the eyelid because I don't want a creasing, okay? I don't want creasing in between of this colors that I'm about to apply. I hate it because I kind of have this thing where I take ages and ages and ages to take my pictures, and within that time it's kind of sweaty, then I'm feeling cold again, and then I have mixed feelings, okay? And by the time that I'm ready, it has creased up, it's looking a little bit old. I don't like it. I like when everything is fresh, you know, fresh out the bathroom. That's how I like my stuff. And I mean, there's no pain if you don't want to set, but I just feel it's gonna give you a more powder finish, like a more fresh finish, than having you apply that straight on a matte or wet eyelid. I just feel this is the safest way for me to go. This works for me. Like I always say, whatever works for you, okay? I'm just making sure the powder is pressed in, because this brush I'm using is really soft. It is really soft, okay? One thing that I also do recommend is angled brushes. You know, those small brushes that nobody knows what to do with, because I never knew what to do with it. I just always felt like there's so many unnecessary brushes in a brush palette, and I was like, but what is this for? You know, I kind of found uses for it, you know? So this brushes that look like this, I never knew what it was used for, but this is the ones that I literally go in with just to kind of make that line pop, you know, that line that will literally, where we cut our crease, just to make it pop. I go in with that green just to make it pop. You see what it did? Okay, it's not really much of a difference because I already did the job in the beginning, but then that's basically what I do just to make it pop extra. And I just line it through, okay? I just line it through, especially here in the beginning, because I cannot go in with that big brush. That's one thing I can't do. I cannot go in with that big brush. It's gonna mess up everything. Everything we worked for, it's gonna mess that up. Okay, I kind of messed up here. I need to fix that. That is so bad. Okay, we're saved. Mind you, this is a bold look. This is not for the faint-hearted. This is a bold look that I'm doing. I'm just gonna go in with a brush that literally only has like setting powder on it, just to blend out the edges, okay, under my brow. It's still gonna be green, but I'm just blending out the edges to make it more smoother, okay, a smoother finished look. So after you're done doing that, we're gonna add the white. Like I said, I did not have that white that I was looking for, but you know what, I do have white, just don't want to go in with that one. I use this highlight Glam Glow palette. It's highlight shades. I got this off of Amazon too. If you want a similar one and it's bomb, I do recommend it. I can leave this in the description box for y'all. Just comment and I will definitely leave this in the description box. I will be using the shade Diamond Dust. You see, it's literally, this is highlight. If I do this, oh my god, I'll be using this shade, a Diamond Dust. It's really good, okay. It kind of gives that shimmery but white, it just gives off that whitish, but it's not white, it's actually shimmer. And it has worked for me so much, but for the ones that don't have this highlight or this specific shade, do use white because it's gonna work the same way. I'm basically just doing this also for a color pop in my pictures. I am gonna coat this with a white just so it gives that powdery look. Don't worry, I got you, okay? And like I always say, trust the process, okay? Trust the process. I don't know why I literally overlaid with this whole thing while I'm just supposed to go in so little. I like doing everything extra, but anyway. So you see how it looks, right, in the beginning? That's the color you're gonna put on your inner corners. So I'm gonna overlay this with a white, okay? It's not that I really did not have the white. I was just lazy to go get it anyway. You find that matte white and then you find a white with shimmer. Well, you can use any, but I'm gonna use the white that doesn't have shimmer, okay? It's just overlaying everything that's already there, you know. That's basically all I'm doing. And for the ones, what I wanted to say was, for the ones that want this same similar effect, just use that white that has shimmer in it. It's gonna give you the same effect as this highlight I put on my base. Okay, why am I overstepping? Why am I overstepping? Should I overstep? So basically that's all you're gonna do, you know. I like to kind of bring out my eyeshadow if I'm doing bold looks like this, just a little bit out. It's not gonna stay like this. I am gonna blend that out and I'm gonna wipe a little bit off. So this is how you're gonna do it. This is the first base that you're gonna put on in the inner corners of your eye, and then we're going to go in with a lighter green. Okay, we're going to go in with a lighter green. Do use brushes that you're able to blend out product with. That is what I would recommend. Okay, for me, I use brushes like this, okay, because I'm picking up color and literally placing it on there. So I don't need the round fluffy brushes. So I will be going in with this light green that we used in the beginning for our eyelids. That's what I will be packing on here. Okay, let me get my mirror because I'm about to literally do the most here. Yep, so that green, you're literally gonna take your green, start packing it right in that color. Okay, where that color stop, we don't really want it to look like this white, pink, blue, like segments of colors. No, we want the color to blend in. It needs to look like there is no, they need to, I don't want to see like a line where the green is starting and the white is ending and stuff like that. I want it to, it should blend. So what I would recommend is where the white ends and where you start the green, after you're done filling in the part where the green is supposed to go, just kind of mush them together. I don't know what word to use, honestly. I wanted to do a story time on this one, but I didn't really want to do too much because I talk a lot. I did that on one of the videos that I will upload still, and it took me an hour. Okay, it took me an hour to literally just finish one part, and that was just my eye look, which is bad. Like I don't think it's supposed to take that long. And also, don't add too much color until it becomes as green as this one, because we want to see the difference. Okay, we want to see the difference with the eye looks, with the difference between the color that's in the crease and the color that's around the crease. As you can see, I'm not really swooping it on. I'm literally just tapping it on. Okay, I just want the color to literally just sit there. My palette is really pigmented, and I think that's what I like about it. You feel me? It's giving Caribbean. I don't know why. I just feel like I want to get married to a Caribbean man. And to be very transparent with you, that's what I want to do. I got that big back there. You see what I did there? That's what you want. That's the outcome that you would want. Okay, that's how you want to look. I know this video is so wishy-washy, but you guys gotta bear with me. So that white that you took, I just want you to go in again, just so that it could still stand out, you know, because I kind of went a little overboard with the light green. I just still want it to stand out. So that's what you're gonna do. Okay, just make sure the other one does not overpower the other one. That's basically what I'm gonna say about this green colors. Be very careful what you use. Don't make it smoosh. You see what I'm getting, where I'm getting at? Exactly, that's what I want. So at the end, which is here, at the very tip of your cut crease, you're gonna go in with a green brush that you used to fill out your lid. That brush, you don't need it anymore, so that's what you're going to use to fill out the green over here. And the green that you're going to put at the very end of your cut crease is going to be a mixture of dark green with a dab of black. Okay, that's what you're going to do. So your darkest green, okay, I think that's blue. No, actually that's green. Your darkest green with a dab of black, because I just feel it's gonna be more, because this one is gonna literally look bluish, but it's actually green. So this, oh my god, this is so bad. So this green, this is my darkest green with a dab of black that I'm literally going to have to pull from another palette because I don't have it on this palette. Okay, I have my black there. Okay, so we're gonna mix the two colors together. As you can see, that is a dark green. Okay, I don't know, I almost said navy green. There's something like navy green, but anyway, That's what you're going to add. Small. And when I tell you small, go in very small. Go in very small. Okay, with a small amount of color. That's what I meant to say. Because you're gonna stop right at the line where your cut crease meets. Don't go overboard. You see what I already did? That's what you want to do. Okay, and when I tell you to literally go slow with this one, go very slow. Go very slow. You see the circular motions that I am creating? That's what you want to do. You don't want to go overboard. You don't want to do that. Don't do that. And where you need to add color, okay? Like right now I'm going in with that lighter green, and I'm just going to add it a little bit more here at the lighter color that I already put there. Just so that the darker one does not overshadow what I was trying to achieve, okay? So basically that's what you're gonna do. That is what you're gonna do. I think this is coming together. I love the fact that of whoever stayed until this very part literally sees the whole idea of where I'm going. It's easy. You just need to follow the steps, okay? So you see this line that I was talking about? I don't want to see it, okay? I don't want to see it. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna smoosh everything together. You're gonna smoosh that white because I want everything to blend in. Everything is to blend in, okay? That's what we want. And we're gonna add more on the white so it also stands out. So don't worry, because I don't want the colors to overpower each other. You understand what I mean? Everything needs to show, but also needs to show smoothly. You understand what I mean? So after you're done with this, like it's giving what it's supposed to give. And you know, I was really not confident doing this on video, but something was just like, girl, you got this. Something was just telling me, you got this. Yo, I'm actually proud of myself. Proud of how far I came with makeup. And whoever is trying to recreate this look, I'm really, really proud of you. And it's not a lot. People make things look so hard. This is not a lot. It's not a lot of work. Okay? It's not a lot. When the lashes come on, boom, you're the baddest bitch of all times. Just look at that passion, that green all over. It's a love of green. If you love green, do comment your birth month and birth date. I will send you a shout out and a happy birthday on that very date. Promise. Make sure the colors don't overshadow each other. I know. It is as bomb as it looks. Look at the blend. Look at the blend here. I don't want a line. I want it to blend. Look at that blend. Look at that blend. That's what I want. That's what I want to see. And if you did recreate this, please do tag me when you upload your pictures. I want to see how you did it. Most probably better than mine. Because that's what I'm expecting. This is what I'm looking for, okay? This is what I am looking for. This is what I am looking for. Okay. So here, as you can see, I am just filling out the spaces. I was just filling out the spaces and stuff like that. So what we're gonna do after, because I want to add a little bit of shimmer. I know, like I said, this is a bold eye look, okay? It is bold, it is beautiful. And I am done with using the palettes. I am gonna use a little bit of shimmer, and then my eyeliner, I'm gonna do my eyeliner here on camera so you guys can see when I do blend it out how everything goes. That's what I want you guys to see. So just hold on, stick and bear with me. Okay, back with eyeliner. This eyeliner, I don't really feel like you're supposed to have like a certain brand eyeliner. Whatever works for you, honestly. I just feel you can pull off any look with all types of products that work for you. Personally, I don't really feel like a certain product pulls off a certain. Personally, this is just how I feel. If you feel like you're supposed to use a certain brand, when it comes to foundation, I do recommend you use something that's really original and something that fits your skin tone. But then when it comes to like palettes and stuff like that, if you have the color, I just feel like you can pull it off, or pull it off better than what you were expecting to pull off at the end of the day. I don't really believe in, oh, if it's this brand then it will look like this, because it takes a skill. It's not really about what you have and what you don't have. It takes a skill, okay? You can work with what you have, okay? So now I'm gonna apply my eyeliner. I'm not gonna put it all the way through because I don't want to do the extras. I'm trying to show you guys the mixture of green and not really overlay this with an eyeliner. So I'm just gonna do it halfway, okay, and then blend it out like that. You see what I did there? I just did it like halfway. So I'm gonna blend that black out with the whole green, dark green. That's what I'm gonna do, just so it makes sense at the end. I do like the white overlaying. I don't really like to put my eyeliner all the way. If that's what works for you, please do go with that. The black is literally halfway, just so that I could do this, okay? This is what I'm gonna do. The edges of that black, I'm gonna blend it a little bit upward, just so it shows that it's literally blending with the whole eye look. So that when you come close, you can't really see like the ending of it, you know, it just blends in with the whole eyeshadow. That's what I want to pull off. That's what I'm trying to pull off, okay? It's not every time that this whole line thing looks nice for me, but this is what I literally wanted, and I'm so grateful and so proud of me that I actually pulled this off. That's what I wanted. I'm going to be using this, oh my god. I'm going to be using this shimmer. It's a loose shimmer. I do not recommend you to use your lash glue, but I don't have glitter glue. I just don't have glitter glue. Okay, I just don't have glitter glue. And when I tell you, like I've been telling you guys from the get-go, use little product. Little product. Small. Use very little. Okay, very little. Okay, I'm gonna open this because this lash glue literally dries very fast. So I'm just gonna have this ready. And I mean, any brush that you feel comfortable using for your loose, and don't put a lot. If this is the exact look that you'll be doing, don't put a lot of this, okay? I'm literally gonna use from this thing. I'm not gonna dip it in there, okay? I'm gonna use the angle brush that I used to add more product to my cut crease, to the top of the crease. That's what I'll be using to put on mine. I'm just gonna wash it out later on anyway. So where it's lighter, that's where you wanna kind of add a little bit of color of glitter. So this is what you're gonna do. I know you see it. I know you see it. Butter. Butter. I know. Butter. Butter. Hey. Butter. Butter, Owens. Butter. Like I said, this is optional. You don't have to do it, okay? This is optional. You literally don't have to do this. You don't have to add the glitter. I just want to add the glitter because this is a bold look, like I said. And when I say bold, I mean glitter chunks. And I have glitter chunks. I do have glitter chunks. That's what I like. Okay? That's what I like. Boom. Look is done. Face is done. It's giving what it's supposed to give. This is the outcome of what you're supposed to have. Exactly. It's a trust the process situation. You need to trust the process when it comes to things like this. Especially with makeup. I do take my time when it comes to like putting on my foundation. If you do want a full tutorial, because I did put glitter on my face. I know it looks bomb. It looks giving. It's beautiful. Yeah, but this is what you're supposed to look like, or at least close to, or better, okay? And if you do not get it right the first time, baby, try. I know I'm gonna look at this video like 20,000 times because I know this eye look is giving. I just love my confidence when it comes to how I maneuvered with these things, you know. And I know my videos is not perfect. I know it's not as professional as everybody's videos, but this is just the real me. I don't like to sugarcoat. I don't like to cut out and make things too perfect in my videos because I want you to go through with me as I go through the process. You understand? I don't want to be like, this is a Morphe making things harder. I want you to feel comfortable with what you have. And you could have checked this look. Mind you, when I tell you the glitter I use is nothing more than regular glitter, okay? I just sprinkle a little bit. I did try a little bit of green, but I did see it's not really coming out as much, so I just kind of sprinkled a gold. I put my matte setting spray. I also bought that off Amazon. And then I did this. My lip combo, I bought this matte lipsticks, right, from... Man, I don't remember where I bought it, but I do mix a matte instead of using the pencil because I know the pencil kind of fades, and I am a big eater. I don't know, but at times where I have my makeup looking like this, I always go to events where I go out and eat and stuff like that, and it's all over. And I hate redoing stuff, especially if I've done it like perfect the first time, because I do see how a lot of people on my Instagram keep asking me, what's your lip combo, what's your lip combo, because I love this neutral lip combo. I don't even want to do too much with this, okay? But this is how it came out. I know, girl, I know. And then the white liner, I'm not really experienced when it comes to the white liner. I do have like a pencil and I do have like the wet liner, but the wet liner is, I use it for on top of my crease. I did not use it in this video because it's not needed. It's not part of the look, but I do not recommend using it down beneath. I recommend using the crayon. Yeah, I just feel like, yeah. But anyway, this is the final look. Practice makes perfect. I do love shimmer, that's why, and this is not recommended. You don't have to go all the way with the glitter and stuff like that. This is not recommended, but I love my face shining. I love my face is my money maker. This is it, baby. You see, so it needs to glow. It needs to glow. Every movement I make, it needs to. So for any other looks that you love me and like me to do DM me or do comment down below. Any type of look, I'ma try it out. I'ma try to recreate, whatever you call it, and stuff like that, because this is on my business page. Yeah, I wouldn't get too much into that, but I will make sure to drop 1 or 2 videos every week, and we shall see how this goes. Okay, ciao.